Hey guys, it's HyruleDAD. How are you guys doing? So, long time coming. This is a review for Skyrim for the Switch. Now, Skyrim came out a long time ago. I have, the collector's Xbox, this one and this one. I came with this nifty little mask. So excited. And I got, the Switch version, and I was lucky enough to actually get that and that, which I usually keep this because it freaks out all my friends and they're like, wow, how did you get this? I know people. Don't mess with me. Anyways, back to the review. So, Skyrim. I have it on PC. I played it and beat it a couple of times. It's such a fun game. I mean, who doesn't want to be the Dovahkiin? Who does not want to be the Dovahkiin? The Dragonborn. Let's check out the review. Hope you enjoy it. And the best part of this game was that, yes, you can play it on the toilet. That's not what it was. You can totally take the Browns to the Super Bowl while you're playing the Switch. Who doesn't want that? Dream come true. Thank you, Nintendo. Playing Skyrim is awesome. And also the dang amiibos. Like, you kept me for a good... I thought Legend of Zelda was bad. And all the amiibos. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, I scanned every single amiibo, and some of them, you got the weapons and stuff like that, and they give you good stuff. You will see my little addiction to scanning all the amiibos. So you can see them there. Sorry, have a mess. They're somewhere there. But yes! Scan them all! A lot of fun. So, I'm not going to keep you waiting. Let's look at some gameplay. Now remember, this is for the Switch. It doesn't look good. So this game, if you're going to play it, I totally recommend it handheld. If you're going to play it on the TV, I mean, it's also good. Don't get me wrong. You're going to get the full Skyrim experience. But you definitely want to play it on another console. But, I mean, having Skyrim on your hands at all times, I mean, seriously, I've debated, and I'm probably going to buy this game digital, just because having it with me at all times, since the Switch is like, it's already like attached. Like, I'm probably gonna get a surgery to attach it to my leg, so I can play it like, cross my leg, and then I could like have it right here, and then detach the Joy-Cons. And it looked gross. I probably wouldn't do that. I went off tangent. I'm sorry. So let's take a look at the video, and it's going to be kind of a review. Most of you have already played it. It comes with all the expansions. Super fun. I totally recommend it if you haven't gotten it, and let's get into it. All right, so let's get into Skyrim. So here it's pretty cool because it shows those, those slow motion deaths. Pretty bloody. I'm really glad that Nintendo kept that. It's super cool. I mean, I chose to be more of a warrior here. I'm wearing the ebony outfit. And, it has a lot of puzzles that you got to figure out, You got to go in there and some of them are kind of hard. But, like here you drop the water and the water, kind of flows down. It's pretty cool, man. Reminds me of, those movies where, they put blood and then blood, flows. And I don't know if that was Hellraiser, but, it kind of flows like that, and then it opens up the door. I mean, it's pretty sweet. And it does remind me a lot of Zelda. I mean, it's pretty darn cool. The bosses, what can I say about the bosses? I mean, here you're killing it's one of the main, I think it's the vampire expansion. I did the Dragonborn expansion, which is really, really good, and I by far thought this one was even better. Just because you can become a vampire here, and you get special powers like enchanting and stuff like that. I mean, and you gotta move around. Like, you can't just sit there. You can't just stand there because the guy attacks. Now, I mean, at the beginning, since I already played the game, I kind of knew where to find the ebony armor, so I kind of, already started off pretty strong. I used the Master Sword and everything, and the cool thing about the Master Sword and all the weapons is that they kind of scale with you, so it won't be as powerful. I mean, for that I recommend you get moonstones and everything, so you can power up your weapons. But for the most part, you get awesome weapons. And here, I mean, you had to get Ariel's bow, because when you get Ariel's bow and you get blood from the royal vampire on the tip of the dwarven arrows, you can actually block out the sun. And what this guy wants to do, he wants to take over the world by blocking out the sun and having all the vampires walk free. So, you know, right here what I'm doing is I'm basically going to shoot him with it, and it is amazing. Look at that. Super cool. And you know, it took me a while. Like, how do I beat this guy? How do I attack this guy? But I mean, that's the whole part. That's the whole fun part of this game. You kind of figure out. You know, you've got to move around a lot. I mean, it is an RPG, and it is a really, really huge RPG. I seriously do not think I've beaten every single dungeon or every single side quest. Even though I played it, I've beaten it about 4 times, and by far the most fun I've had with it has been on the Switch. I think I put the most hours on the Switch just because it was so portable. I mean, you know, I would go to work and I would sit down and I'd be like, you know, they'd be like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, I'm playing Switch, playing Skyrim." You know, and then they would sit down, and actually got a bunch of friends to get the Switch because of that, and it's something that was pretty cool, you know. And like I said, you know, it comes with all the expansions, which is a lot of fun. You don't have to pay for them. You don't have to go get them separately. You know, and besides the fact that, you know, you get all the expansions, just having that amiibo functionality is great. Especially if you want to be a builder, because it will give you, not a builder, but like if you want to make your own items, it does give you a lot of the equipment that you will need. Here I'm just going backwards and forwards getting my weapons, but I mean, normally with those keys you can speed up time. You know, you wanna go to a Khajiit, but the Khajiits are only there like in the morning-ish, afternoon-ish, outside of place where the guy gets the arrow in you. Incidentally, I have all those pops. I'll show the pops at the end so you guys can see them. But you know, it's pretty cool. Here, I mean, I'm trying to be like a dwarven, whatever it is, dwarven, not a colossus, but like a giant. And you know, I have the ebony axe. Eventually, I actually do get Morlock Val's. I also have here. What's her name? She's one of the Daedra. I managed to get her. I became her new. I don't know. I guess her new pawn, and I was able to get her outfit, which is basically the ebony. It's not an ebony armor, but it's like an ebony mail, and it turns dark and it causes poison damage. So as people are fighting you, you're slowly seeping away their damage, and it turns you into a really cool shadow figure. I love shadow figures, especially when they're all shadowy and smoky and stuff. So yeah, you know, and here you can also basically go through all the missions that you've completed. You know, like, you know, you want to keep track of all the stuff that you do, because there's so much stuff to do in this game. I've never played a game. I mean, Zelda has a lot of stuff to do. This has way more. I mean, I love Zelda, don't get me wrong. This just has missions galore. You know, getting all the blood, you know, the wood elf blood, that one took me a while. I actually was able to complete that one. But I mean, it has so many stinking freaking missions. It's insane. I also did the Dark Brotherhood. It was all right. I'm a bigger fan of Oblivion than I am Skyrim. I mean, I love Skyrim, don't get me wrong. I've beaten Skyrim more times than Oblivion. So I think Skyrim is a little more user-friendly when it comes to new players, which translated well to Elder Scrolls Online. Elder Scrolls Online isn't really Skyrim Online, but you know, a lot of the mechanics from Skyrim do go into Elder Scrolls Online. But you know, it was pretty good. I mean, you know, if you know, with the Brotherhood, of course, you know, the Dark Brotherhood, you know, they worship Sithis, and Sithis is one of the main gods that creates Nirn, like that creates the main world. So he's above the Nine, and he's above the Daedra. So Sithis is a little bit higher. Sithis is basically the void, the dark. So that was a really cool mission. I also did the Thieves Guild, which I ended up becoming a Nightingale, which is super awesome. If you become a Nightingale, you sell your soul so many times in this game, it's not even funny. Just because you end up getting a bunch of weapons, and I mean you end up progressing the game. You end up it goes, it's not so much like Oblivion where it's the caves all look the same. This actually has a lot of different looking locations that are pretty nice. I mean, you look at this game on the Switch and it looks crisp, clear. It's a beautiful game on the Switch. Don't get me wrong, it also looks great on the TV. I mean, I've also sat down and played on the TV. And I mean, for capturing, purposes, I've captured it on the TV. Try to capture it in 720p. That way you can just to try and stay with the Switch. But it's a really great game. I mean, there's a lot of different locations. There's a lot of different hidden chests. There's a lot of different, even if you have the Joy-Cons, I found that the bow and arrow and the sword thing really is just a kind of a gimmick. But when it comes to the key, the locking, the kind of unlocking the chests, you kind of twist the Wii remote and you feel the little clicks. That was so intuitive that I got excited every single time I saw the chest. I was like, oh my god, I gotta unlock it. And I was like, yeah. Here I'm a shadow figure again. Look at all that shadowiness. Boy. Oh yeah, look at that. The burr. Burr. See how I did the little poison there? Killing that burr. Yeah. I'm sorry, burr. Just got in the way. And then, the shadowiness goes away. Yeah, man, the missions were amazing. There were so many of them. When you kill the dragons, you suck their souls out, which makes you more powerful and makes you do the shouts, the Dovahkiin shouts, and you get a ton of shouts. And some of these shouts you can actually power up more. The more shouts you learn, the more dragons that you end up killing. And some of these are super random. Like I had a dragon land, I was in a village. And a dragon landed on top, and Whiterun. That's the name, the Whiterun guards. Anyways, I think I was in Whiterun actually, and he landed in Whiterun, and he started a fire, and then I started attacking them with a shout, and all of a sudden the guards turned against me, and I'm like, bro, there's a dragon behind you. Come on, don't turn against me. But they took my loot, they killed me. Had to pay my way out of jail. I tried doing the unlocking, and I did it once, but I found it time consuming. I found it a lot easier. I mean, at a certain point, you end up getting so much stuff and selling it, and you get so much money. I also got married in the game, which is pretty cool. I got married to that lady that she sells to the Khajiit, and she has like a little store, and every day she'll give you she'll give you a couple, I think 1,000 or 100 pesos, I don't remember. Pesos! Which equals like $10. Anyways, and she'll make you a meat pie. And then you can adopt kids once you have a house. And it's pretty cool. Totally love it. I kind of wish I could marry the vampire lady, but I couldn't marry the vampire lady. I did have the vampire lady follow me mostly around everywhere. There's also a political battle with the white cloaks. White cloaks? Maybe I made a political joke there. I don't know if I did. Maybe. I don't know. But there's a political war there. And between the royalty people there in Tamriel and basically they want to make sure that Skyrim is back in the hands of Skyrim. It's a great game. Love it. So yeah, guys, there you have it. Skyrim on the Switch. Super awesome. Totally enjoyed it. Played it on the pooper, and it was fantastic. Played it at work. Played it at the doctor's office. I'm so gonna buy it digital just because I want it with me everywhere. And I think I have a 256 card on my Switch, or a 512. No, 256. I think 512 is too pricey. I'm gonna buy it digitally just because this game is amazing, and I would recommend you buy it digitally. And if you want to collect it, buy it regular also. I mean, but this is a digital game that you want to have with you everywhere because there is so much stuff to do. You're literally like never gonna finish it, but you might finish it. You might be that rare person that actually, hey, I beat Skyrim, and for that I give you 2 thumbs up. But anyways, guys. What I'll do is I'll do a separate video showing the amiibos, not amiibos, showing my pops for Skyrim and for Elder Scrolls. So look out for that. I will not unbox. It's already unboxed. They're already unboxed. They're there somewhere. They're in my Bethesda area. I have a Bethesda area, I have a Zelda area, and a Mario area. Because yeah, Bethesda for me is amazing. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I know, it's a simple review. Get the game; it's worth it. I love it. Support it. And we want more games like this on our Switch. And following up, I'm going to be doing a review for Doom also, and stick around for that. And thanks for watching. Remember, God bless. I love you, and. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. All right, guys. God bless. Love you. Bye.